Good morning there, fantasy football freaks. Welcome to another edition of the Thursday BnB. Come on in, snuggle on up here with the fantasy TyRant. Have a little breakfast here with me. This time I've got some quiche and bacon. And I got my coffee going on. I got this here blood orange sparkling water. It's pretty good. Orange, you know, because you got the two orange teams tonight. We're gonna do an orange crush. Speaking of this quiche, man, looks pretty good. I'm gonna take a bite here in just a second. Let me tell you a little bit of a story here, though, about quiche. You see, this one time, I sent a text to my ex-wife letting her know, hey, could you pick up some eggs? I'm gonna make a quiche for dinner tonight. So when she gets home from work, I'm like, hey, did you get the eggs? She's like, yeah, I got them. Well, what's a quickie? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Quickie? What? She's like, yeah, you said you need to get some eggs because you're making a quickie for dinner. I was like, what's a quickie? I'm like, oh, a quiche. She had no idea that's how you spell quiche and read it as quickie. So I have to give her a good razzing about that. And yes, Kyler Murray, razz is a fucking word. It kind of became a thing with us, you know, like every time we wanted to get a little frisky but didn't have a lot of time, we'd be like, hey, let's go have a quiche. So here I am having a quiche, the edible kind, with all of yous. Anyway, as usual on these Thursday morning shows, I'm going to be going over my benches and bumps for the Thursday night game as the mediocre Denver Broncos take on the beat-up Cleveland Browns. Now, before I get on with that, please hit like, hit subscribe. We need 500 subscribers before the end of the month. If we do that, I've got a little something special for you all to enjoy. Hey, get your head out of the gutter. It's nothing like that. What is it like? You'll find out if we get to 500 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you haven't done it already, go ahead and hit subscribe there for me. Thank you for all that. Oh yeah, and also, if you hit the Patreon link down there, check that out. No matter which tier you sign up for, you're gonna get 5 entries today into the Grandprize Giveaway for a stitched jersey of a player of your choice. Not only that, but of course you get access to all my exclusive content, as well as one-on-one advice all week, every week. It's like having your own guru in your pocket, there to give you the most up-to-date and accurate information anytime you need. So click the link to my Patreon down there in the description to sign up today. I love bacon. There's also bacon in this quiche. I'm gonna actually try some of this quiche. It's good too. So good. It's like a keto quiche. A quiche. That's stupid. Why am I even saying that shit? Let's just move on. Get my coffee here. Yeah, it's nothing gun mug, but you know, this is true. Going back to bed after this probably happening. Anyway, let's get on with it, cause it's time for benches and bumps, benches and bumps, benches and bumps. And for my first bump of this game, believe it or not, I'm going with the defense, the Broncos defense. With the Browns rolling in with 20 players on the injury report, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? Damn, may as well call them the infirmary. I mean, this includes players like Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, and Hunt and Chubb. The Browns are going to crumble under the pressure of that stout Denver D. Case KEENUM will be starting, and unfortunately for them, that means at some point he's going to be forced to throw. I think we'll see a couple picks, maybe some fumbles, a touchdown perhaps. Heck, Von Miller said that he guarantees he's going to get 2 sacks in this game. And no matter who's playing tackle across from them, he's going to, quote, kill him. Really? What the hell? Did the Broncos hire O.J. Simpson to be the new linebackers coach? What the fuck? That's right, it's 2021, and I just made an O.J. joke. Only the freshest material here, folks. Now, if you watched me in the beginning of the season, you know, pre-draft, I was saying, draft the Denver D. Hold on to him for 3 weeks, then drop him. Now take a look at how that turned out. It's okay, I'll wait. I don't even have a watch. Oh yeah, I'll see. I have a little bit more of this here. Well, are you looking? I'm telling you, it's great. It's like quiche was made to be keto. I know everyone likes the crust around it. Yeah, there's no crust. It's just cheese. Oh no, I'm really losing out there. Anyway, you done looking? Yeah, that would have worked out great for you. I called it, and I'm calling this. If you do have them, you're starting them in this game. If you don't, and they're available, pick them up now and bump them up tonight. Next up, I'm giving a bump to Courtland Sutton. The Browns can stop the running attack, sure, but they suck a monkey's tits at pass defense, giving up the 6th most fantasy points the wide receivers. And well, generally speaking in this game, I don't see a lot of big plays happening, as I expect this to be a defensive struggle, plus Teddy's still banged up, so I don't think Bridgewater's going to have a good game. More on that later on. Despite that, I'm starting Sutton, although he might be the only Bronco I'm starting tonight. And it's just because Cleveland is so bad at the pass, and even though there's not going to be a lot of scoring, I bet Courtland Sutton catches the one touchdown that Teddy throws. Plus, he'll probably get a lot of catches and a lot of yards, because the Broncos will want to get something going. Don't worry about the low score tonight. Sutton's going to get his, so give him a bump to your starting lineup tonight. And my last bump for this game is going to Donovan Peoples-Jones. No, this isn't about chasing fantasy points. It's about the fact that with no other wide receivers stepping up, it was DPJ who snagged 4 out of 5 targets for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. And while I don't expect this game to be as high scoring as they had last week against Arizona, I do think someone's going to have to catch passes for the Browns. It's not like the Browns are just going to throw under 100 yards or something, right? God, I hope I don't eat those words. Oh, speaking of eating, let me get a little more bacon here. Bacon, the savior of the keto diet. And this stuff, good shit. Anyway, dude is talented, and even if Case Keenum's not, it's not like Aunt Judy's going out there to play. Keenum can throw a ball, and when he's not throwing it to the other team, he can help wide receivers put up some points. And in this case, Peoples is pretty much all he's got. So it's kind of like the Brandon Cooks thing. Someone's got to catch the passes, right? No Hunt, no Landry, no OBJ. DPJ, you're up, so I'm giving you a bump up to my starting lineup. As for a sleeper, I'm going with the Browns running back. And I'm not talking D'Ernest Johnson. I mean, he should be okay. But I want the dude that Case Keenum is going to be checking passes down to all fucking game. And that's Demetric Felton. Yeah, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. But if you're forced to, on bye again week, it's going to be an okay play. 6 teams on a bye, you might be hurting at running back. And if you're going to start a running back in this game, I say it's Felton. It's not going to be that way every week with the Browns. Think about it this way. It's kind of like Chubb and Hunt, like a poor man's version, with D'Ernest Johnson playing the Chubb role and Demetric Felton playing the Hunt role. Game script is going to determine which back's going to be better each game. And in this one, it's going to be Felton. Denver's really good at stopping traditional runners, and I see the Browns need to play catch-up in this game. Felton's going to play the passing down back, and I think there's going to be a lot of passing downs. He'll be great in PPR, so if you got to battle the bye week blues, and you're in a deep league, or you need to make a desperation move, I'd say Felton is the one to start in this game. So that's that. And now for the dark side. Who am I going to bench? Well, let's start off with both QBs in this game, because I'm putting both Bridgewater and KEENUM on my pine this week. And I kind of alluded to this earlier. It's going to be a grinded out game. A lot of running, not as much throwing, and definitely not a ton of scoring. Not enough to where you want to start one of these two jamokes anyway. Teddy Two Gloves is just coming off of a 3-interception game and is still hurting with both quad and foot injuries. So he's going to be hobbled. I mean, he might get some passes down to Sutton, maybe a little work to Patrick, but that's probably about it. Don't be surprised if the Broncos go down early and they switch over to Drew Lock. And on the other side, it ain't any better. Case Keenum can throw the ball downfield and make big plays, but he can also throw more picks than a movie mobster. Think of him like a poor man's Ryan Fitzpatrick. And no, that's not saying much. Oh, and guess who gives up the second least fantasy points to opposing QBs? Yeah, you got it right, but I lobbed you that one. It's the Broncos. So in a game I don't expect a lot of scoring in, I don't like either QB. So keep them both on your bench. Actually, does anyone really even own Case Keenum? Let's keep going with another double bench, because I'm putting both Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams on my pine. Alright, you know what? I've been seeing a lot of people dropping Javonte Williams, and if I see that shit going on in my league, I snatch him up like I'm Sir Mix-a-Lot. But even so, I ain't using either Javonte Williams or Melvin Gordon this week. Even though conventional wisdom says using running backs in a defensive slogfest is probably a good way to go, the Browns' front seven is no joke when it comes to stopping the run, holding running backs to 3.6 yards per carry for the season. That's third best in the league. And in fantasy football terms, that's good for second fewest points allowed to opposing running backs. This is why I think Sutton and Patrick will get a little action, because they ain't not going to find anything in the run. Yeah, Javonte Williams is still going to be a thing this season. Just got to be patient. And Gordon, he ain't droppable till that happens. Still use him in matchups, but tonight, you're not using either of the Broncos RBs. So leave them both on your bench. So that's 2 double benches. That's like 4 benches for the price of 3, which really isn't that great a deal. It's like that 10% coupon that you get for Chinese food. Look, I spent $30 already on 2 number 27s, an order of crab puffs, and a couple egg rolls. Oh, but I got this little coupon that'll help me save $3. Oh, whoop-de-fuck. Anyway, finally my bust alert this week is Noah Fant. Listen, I love Fant. I talked about him stepping it up this year, and he sure as hell has been. I mean, if you watch my draft videos, you know I love this guy. But this week, I'm worried about him. Now, he could be a security blanket for Teddy, but with the low-scoring game it's likely to be, I'm not confident Noah Fant's going to get enough attention to have a good night, especially against the Browns, who are giving up the 3rd least fantasy points to opposing tight ends. But it is By-Mageddon, and it is Slim Pickens out there, so chances are you're still going to have to start him. Just temper your expectations. Man, I know this is so good. I just want to sit here and fucking finish this whole thing. Anyway, you know how most of us analysts are saying this is going to be a really low-scoring game, and most guys won't do much? It just seems like we're setting it up for the fantasy gods to take a piss on our face as we watch the game become a barn burner and make us all look like dumbasses for sitting guys we should have started. And then the idiots who didn't listen to good advice end up looking like geniuses, and we smarties look like chumps. Gotta love the fantasy gods, right? Yeah, I don't see that happening. But anyway, that's it for me, folks, for now. Come see me tonight, though. I'm going to be on the Fantasy Football Edge. Check them out on Facebook. I'm going to be doing the Thursday breakdown for them every Thursday. Thursday is kind of my featured day for these guys. If you don't know who they are, check them out on Facebook, the Fantasy Football Edge. It's kind of a group of gurus who are getting together, and they've been on the rise. And some big things are on the horizon. They're blasting up like a rocket, just like I am. It looks like we're gonna be blasting off together. They got a whole bunch of shit that they're about to unleash. And they want the fantasy tyrant to help unleash it and bring in the people to behold. And trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. And you're not gonna want to miss it. The Fantasy Kingdom and the Fantasy Edge teaming up. Fantasy advice just got kicked up a notch. Anyway, come check me out on the Fantasy Football Edge Facebook page tonight, 4 p.m. Pacific. 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be breaking down the Thursday games even a little bit more than I just did. I'll be answering all your burning questions and give you a preview of what we're looking at over the weekend. I'll have a link for that up for you later on. But anyway, go visit the Fantasy Football Edge Facebook page. I got a link down there in the description. Tell them the Fantasy Tyrant sent you. Seriously, put up a post about it. Let them know. Anyway, I'll see you there tonight. Until then, I'm out. Peace.